Oh, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm Mike.
Mike, I'm Felicity.
Nice to meet you, Felicity. I'm just changing my name here. Charlotte chapter. Rename. Admit. Ah, there's Ranjit. Coming up. Hey, Martine.
Hey, good morning.
You hear me?
Yep.
Ranjit should be joining us. Hey,
Morning.
our guest, Ranjit. There he is.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey,
Hey, there's Randy.
This is Paco. This is Paco.
Paco, hola, ¿cómo está?
Ciao, Paco. Ciao.
How is everybody doing?
Good.
We're doing good. How about you? You're smiling.
Great.
Oh
Doing
man,
great.
outstanding.
You loving it?
Couldn't be better.
I
Faces-
know. Huh?
Good.
Face is all charred, but I'm doing well.
Great.
Get a facial. Randy,
Just,
you better get Nina to
Yep.
get you an appointment for a facial. Maybe you'll need a peel.
I know. Yeah. But
How's the
I'm
weather now,
glad to
Ranjit?
see you all.
Yeah, we're just.
Weather is a little bit on the cooler side. So we're where are we in today?
Where we at?
Yeah. No, where the place?
Okay, it's from Mista.
From Mista. And it's about I would say about 75 degrees and a little windy, but it's
Cool.
very nice weather. Yeah, yeah.
Very
I mean,
Sounds
at least
wonderful.
it's not hot. Yeah.
Yes,
That's awesome.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Wonderful.
awesome.
Hey, Ranjit, why does
Yeah.
Paco speak better English than you? What's going on with that? Come on, man.
Oh, Papa speaks. Yeah, absolutely. He speaks well.
My English is awful.
Oh, no. No, it sounds pretty good to us.
Yeah,
We're just
and
waiting as people join us. We started the meeting just a few minutes early, so we'll just
Okay.
continue on. And then we'll
Sure.
All
wrap
these
up at
new
11.
faces, y'all. Goodness. Where's
Yes.
everybody from? You know, y'all can rename yourself on your screen and put where you're from. That would be so awesome.
that
Just
would be
right-click on
helpful.
your bar.
Felicity, where are you from?
Paco,
Me, I'm from to
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Okay,
Salona.
okay. And then
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
Hispanic.
asking Felicity, what are you from?
I'm right outside of Denver, Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool,
Okay, very
Felicity.
cool.
everywhere
Yeah,
people
yeah,
are
yeah.
joining in.
Several places.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Mike organized it,
Okay.
and the others are. I mean, he
Correct.
sent it to every.
Yeah, we're just, we're adding people.
Yeah. Yeah, and it just for knowledge, their knowledge that they can come do better. You know,
But
Yeah.
Hey,
exactly.
Richard Rosenthal, where are you from?
Oh,
It's just
You're
other
muted,
I
Richard.
think you were muted.
pilgrim. Yeah. Yeah.
Richard?
Also from Denver, I'm Felicity's husband. We're leaving for the Camino next week.
Oh,
Oh,
wow, how cool is that?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, hopefully you'll be able to pick up some really valuable information from
Exactly.
Ranjit and Paco here. So,
Exactly. And
Looking forward to it.
And Paco can compare it with his previous Caminos too. So, that's why he will be integral part of this conversation.
Absolutely.
Excellent. The
Yeah.
more the better. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Ex-
And then he gets to see your American family.
Oh, yeah, exactly. No, he has seen them before
Oh,
because we had a FaceTime and yeah.
Oh, good.
oh, I mean us, Ranjit, us.
Oh, yeah.
Camino
extended
family.
him.
This is his tribe. This is Ranjit's, this is his Camino tribe, his Charlotte Camino tribe.
All right, we're just
Where
adding more
is,
people.
where's Larry from? Larry Rice, where are you
Yeah,
from?
I'm from Fort Collins, and then before that, Buena Vista, Colorado.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
And Sherry, there's another new face.
Hello.
Over the place, yeah.
Hey, Sherry.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Where are you from, Sherry?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
Very-
Charlotte girl.
Yeah, we've
Right.
seen Sherry at the hikes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
I even know any of them, so.
Hey,
Hey,
Rebecca,
Derek,
Rebecca, are you joining us from Valencia?
Yep, I'm in Valencia, Spain.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
welcome. How cool is that?
Technically, I'm from the Asheville chapter. That's where we moved here from. Our home base was Asheville before we moved here a couple months ago.
Oh, you moved
Wow.
there. Wow.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
How long are you going to live there? Forever?
We've got a year-long visa, and then we have the
Oh.
option to renew if we want. So yeah.
Oh,
How
Cool.
cool is that? Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. Again, we're just admitting people, so just bear with us. We got a few more minutes before 11 o'clock.
he is extending.
So,
Hey,
yep,
John.
This is Charlotte Camino group.
yes.
You were sleeping.
Yes, he's sleeping too.
He's sleepwalking.
There's Tad. I see Tad.
Did you sleep well?
No.
No.
Ted's on it too. Wow.
Okay.
It's-
Just continuing to admit
Hey,
everybody.
hey, y'all, if y'all will click on the little dots on your screen, it'll give you an option to rename yourself, and you can just add the chapter you're with or the city that you're coming from, so we kind of know where everybody is.
Yeah.
That would
That
be
would be-
awesome.
That would
How
be,
about-
Really helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's-
Or either you can just write, if you, I don't know, I right click and it
That's
does.
about 20, 25 people you be usually
I probably don't know how to do this. Okay.
all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
People join.
There are a lot of people out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's 7 o'clock there.
Yeah.
So
Would you like to hear
Where-
this? People are logging on.
Ranjit, do you speak
What time
Spanish?
is it out there where you are?
excuse me,
What time is it?
it's 5 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Volume. I can't hear the volume. Can you get the volume?
Ranjit,
to
are
come
you
up? It
learning
comes up through my
Spanish?
headphone, but not here.
Just a little bit.
Poquito? Muy bien.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Ranjit, I know that you know, dos cervezas, por favor, right?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
No,
No,
un
you
cubo de vino tinto. Yo quiero un cubo de vino tinto. Muy grande.
Well, you can log in too. Did I send you the link?
Yeah, right.
You can log in as well, babe.
As long as I can have cerveza and
Did I
And,
send you the link?
tortilla, I'm good.
Oh,
Hey,
sent you the link,
Ranjit,
right?
what did you think about the wine in the Rojo region?
Or do you want a link or do you want to use one of my?
Did you taste the wine?
No,
Tinto.
I tasted a little bit. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but not hot wine. I'm
Yeah.
not a wine drinker.
I knew you
Well,
weren't.
Yeah.
They used to.
Yeah, with just a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
But it's tinto.
It's Tinto.
Yeah.
Yeah, tinto, sí,
Tinto.
yeah.
She's a wine drinker. Marty,
Okay.
Marty.
Yeah.
Yeah. She goes
okay,
when it.
okay, everybody.
We go to
I'm sure,
cafe.
Hey, Ron.
everybody hold up a second. I got 11 o'clock, so we are
Love
going
you.
to start on time. We will continue to admit people throughout the talk. just so.
I
for
can send it
privacy-
to you, honey.
For privacy
want it?
issues. In the background, please, we, this is just a natural thing of Zoom for background noise. So if you can mute yourself, for dogs and talking and all that, it just makes it so much easier for us. We appreciate it. Yeah, if somebody knows how to, there are different levels of how you can actually mute background in Zoom. I have not figured it out yet. We're not going to do it here, but if somebody knows that, put it in the chat, because there is a way to increase the deflection of background noise, and I haven't figured it out yet. And I think that would be helpful. So again, just be sensitive that we are recording. So if there's a privacy issue, you can mute your screen, you can change your name to a fake name, whatever. We will post this. We have a YouTube channel. It's Charlotte Chapter, American Pilgrims. We'll probably have it out there by Wednesday. So if you have somebody that would like to see it within your chapter, that would be fantastic. And Marti will help with the questions in the chat room. So if you have a question, we're going to go through the list of questions, but there's always other questions. So if you have a question, put in the chat room. And then what we'll do is Marti, as we go through the list, she'll jump in there and say, hey, we got this question, and we'll go from there. So the whole idea of this is to help with mentoring. We know that we have several people on this call here who are going to be going to Spain and or Portugal and France very shortly. So this is a great way for us to get information from Ranjit and Paco right from the source, right from the Camino itself. So with that in mind, we'll just make the introduction. Ranjit, if you will wave your hand. Ranjit is from the Charlotte chapter. He has been basically hanging out with the Charlotte chapter since December of last year. He's been to many of our hikes, our social activities, our weekly coffees, and is a member of our group. So it was wonderful that he is finally having his chance to be out on the Camino. In addition to that, Ranjit, why don't you introduce Paco and tell us just a little bit about Paco?
Paco is, his name is actually Gomez is his last name. He is from Barcelona, and he's been on several Caminos, and both on bike and on foot. So he was it pretty well. And he is doing this hike all the way past Leon, and then he's meeting up with his sister and continuing on the hike. So we will be together from here to Leon.
Wonderful. Well, yep. Paco, we welcome you, and it's just a pleasure and a joy for us to hear from a Spaniard on your home turf. So exactly. Thank you so much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you. And with that, we'll jump right into the question. So the first question was, and this is always, people like to know this, Ranjit, is what was your travel path from Charlotte?
Yes.
And what travel COVID safety protocols were you required to follow?
Okay, the travel path actually from Charlotte was Charlotte to Newark, Newark to Madrid, Madrid to Pamplona, all on the airplane. And from Pamplona, I took a bus to St. John. COVID, I just had to fill out the Spain's health form with all my data, and they gave me a code, and actually nobody asked for it other than at the Madrid airport where they were stamping my passport. So everything went very smooth. The only little issue that I had was with the Iberia that I call it Iberia, he calls it Iberia. Iberia airline, because I couldn't get the, what do you call, boarding pass earlier, because it was before 24 hours. So I had to go to the airport, find a Wi-Fi, get the boarding pass so that I could avoid the 3,000 people standing in line. So that was a little bit tricky in Madrid airport, but other than that, everything was very smooth, very smooth.
And remind us again, just for continuity,
Yes.
how many days have you been on the Camino? In what town are you in today?
Okay. I started from Charlotte on the 1st. I got to St. John on the 2nd. On the 3rd was my down day. So I just did 8 kilometers to Orison. I stayed in St. John on the 2nd, Orison on the 3rd. And from there, I really started the Camino. From Orison, I went to Espinal, then La Serna, Larasona, and then continued on to the present site, which is, what is here again?
Fromista.
From Mista.
Mista,
I keep
okay.
getting it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, one question. We have heard that there is a new albergue open. It's almost apparently right next to Orison or right past.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that, and I think I took a picture, and I have the number. And one thing which was good about that albergue is they have Wi-Fi. The albergue in Orison proper, they didn't have any Wi-Fi over there. So I think that 1 more kilometer is that new albergue, and they have Wi-Fi, and it looks pretty good from outside. And go inside, but it looks pretty good.
Okay. All right. That sounds great. This question here is something that comes up, and for anyone that not from our chapter that may not have joined us for the Camino, Life in the Camino 1 and 2, we had the same situation with our young graduates from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, that joined us. And this is, how did you handle your hiking poles? Did you have to check them, or did you put them in your bag?
Yeah, I hike without poles.
You hike without poles?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have no poles because I didn't want to carry the 2 extra pounds.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good. That sounds
Yeah.
good.
He hikes hiking poles though.
Yeah. This is help.
Yeah,
It's very, very, very
useful when you go up. Yeah.
because you discard your back.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. We're just curious about that. Okay.
Yep.
Now, so you mentioned a little bit about the travel to Spain.
St. John.
What are the COVID restrictions that you now are having to deal with? And this is a big deal here in the US, and it has been in the world as well. This whole issue of the Delta variant. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot more places that are becoming more concerned. More things are being canceled as a result of that. So what are you having to experience COVID-wise restrictions, and is there any talk of the Delta variant?
No, actually there isn't any, and it's pretty relaxed here.
Yeah.
Pretty relaxed. Only when we go to restaurants, we have
Because
that.
there is 16% to reduce the people who come to the.
Yeah, exactly. What we're saying is the restaurants, they reduced their capacities to 60%. 60%.
60%. Now
Yeah.
it's 60%.
Yeah.
It changes if you are in Castilla León, or
Yeah.
you are in Galicia, or you are in Navarra.
And Galicia is a little bit more strict.
Yeah.
Galicia is a little bit more strict than everybody else. And in France, when I was in France, people were just walking around. They didn't have a care in the world there. So
Yeah. The mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in restaurants, they did mask up. Otherwise, they were just walking around.
Yeah. Bad.
Now, one thing we were told, Ranjit, again by our young people, was that when they came into a town, that
Yes.
they were expected to be masked, and that actually a couple times the police stopped them and said,
Yeah.
"Put your mask on." Are you
Yeah.
seeing that?
Nope.
Other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope. Exactly. Everybody is just. I mean, we don't have to do that at all. Only in restaurants.
Only in restaurants. Okay. Okay.
Go to supermarket. use
Yeah.
mask.
Yeah. Supermarket. Or,
Supermarket.
yeah. That's it.
Okay, cool. Now, knowing that you went through a very long period, if you will, of being associated with the chapter, with mentoring, doing your own research about the Camino, knowing you've been on it for 2 weeks, knowing
Yep.
what you know now, what would you do different in terms of your preparation, equipment, and your logistics, if any?
Yeah. The only equipment that I miss is at least a spoon. I wanted a little wooden spoon, and that would have come in very handy. But otherwise, I have everything that I need. Preparation wise, the last hike that we did in Asheville, great. I hearing Dirk, it wasn't, and he said it was like what I would see here, and at that time it was hard to believe, but it is about 100 times. I'm doing the same hike 100 times more here than we did in Nashville, and that came in very handy. I mean, I'm glad Dirk organized that, and you all participated, and that was a great thing. Yep.
Okay.
That helped me a lot.
Now, I was talking to, and some people may know her. Her name is Sue Skelly. She is one of the coordinators from the Orange County chapter out in California. And we were talking about this whole issue of mentoring. And she said that what she suggests to people is that take carabiners, the metal
Yep.
clips to put on your
Yep.
pack to carry stuff, and
Yep.
take safety pins so that when you're in an albergue and you're hanging your clothes up, sometimes they don't have the safety pins or the clips. So can you comment on that? What's your thoughts on that?
So far, all the albergues, they have enough of clothespins, so that's not a problem. But Marty had suggested an S kind of pin that you can put over the shower doors and stuff. That came in handy at least once.
Okay.
But other than that, we have everything at the albergues.
All the albergues.
All the-
Yes.
Oh yeah,
To put.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Come on, we're gonna
yeah.
go sit down. Come on. I was just getting a book. Come on.
Okay, we got background noise. So who's ever speaking very passionately to, if that is a dog, we love dogs, but please go on mute.
Mike,
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah.
you can mute everybody from your end as host.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Yeah.
That is
Now,
the
you
one.
said that, was there anything, Ranjit, you indicated that you would have liked to have a spoon. Was
Yep.
there anything that you would have left behind?
Yeah, actually, it's a little thing. My sunglasses, I'm not using it because I have a wide brim hat, and I just don't want to use it. So that's one thing. And other than that, I have some extra shirts. So, but they come in handy. In the mountains, you couldn't wash anything. If you washed it, like from Orison, I washed it in Orison. So I was carrying at least 2 pounds of water to the next town. So I don't want to do that. No, actually, I have everything because you guys prepared me very well, and the research that I did, I mean, it went a long way. So I have everything so far.
All right. Now, again, like hiking poles, this is one of the age-old questions, and it will continue to be
Yes.
asked as long as
Yes.
we walk the Camino. Do
Yes.
you use a water bottle or a Camelback?
I don't use a Camelback. I use water bottle that I bought in the store. I had a 1 liter bottle and that I ditched because it was too heavy and I didn't need all that water. So I have two about 16 ounce bottles. And I ditched actually one of those 16-ounce bottles, and now I have 2 little ones and 1 16-ounce. So it's an extra weight that I didn't want to carry. And the water is available in all small towns, all small pueblos. But the only problem that we are having is the bars are not open.
At morning.
In the morning.
Yeah.
So that coffee is the problem, but otherwise water is not a problem. Yeah. And we don't drink in the morning. And it seems like people drink here in the morning. Yeah.
Marti, we got a number of questions in the chat. You want to pick up any of those? I'm trying to think. Let's see. I'll start with the one by John Kennedy. A question is, and we'll ask this for Paco as well, how are you feeling? How is the weather? How are you doing with the heat?
Heat was a problem like 2 days ago.
Yeah, because there is a wave of
Heat wave. Yeah, there was a heat
it's
wave.
a little more hot than the other years.
Yeah,
because it's cambio climático. I don't know.
It's like El Nino and Nino effect or something like that we have in the United States. That kind of thing. That's what Paco is saying. It was 10 degrees higher than normal years.
Normally, yeah.
Yeah, and that is in centigrade. So we are talking about close to 100-degree weather.
Okay, all right, that's good.
Yeah.
Rebecca indicates you can buy hiking poles in St. John Pied de Port for 10 euros per stick. So, okay, we're just passing that along.
Yeah.
Oh, and that begs the question, were you able to, in St. John, to go to the Pilgrim's Mass / blessing? I don't know if your schedule permitted. I don't know if they're even doing it.
But they are actually doing it, but it was later, and I wanted to see the town because I was leaving the next day. I wanted some groceries, and things like toothpaste. So I didn't go to that mass. Actually, I just went straight to the albergue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marti, you want to pick up any of the questions?
Go to the church.
Marti, you're muted.
The restriction in French.
No restriction.
So from Jeanette, there's a question, are there restrictions on capacity in the albergues?
Yes. There, and that's why I had a hard time in Estella finding an albergue there. The capacity is almost to 60%, if not less. And a lot of small towns, the albergues are completely closed.
Yeah.
There's nothing available, not even grocery stores, the tiendas. They're closed because they don't have enough traffic going on. So, major cities or towns, you can find accommodation.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's difficult.
Yeah.
But y'all have pretty much lucked out then, or what? How have y'all managed? I mean, just go walking longer periods of time to get to the next small town, or what?
Yeah, well, we have reserved all the way. That's how I met.
Oh, you reserved. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what everybody's recommending, is to reserve ahead. Are you using booking.com or just calling, or what?
Paco was doing Gronce. Yeah. And he booked ahead, and he was my travel advisor and travel agent.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, have y'all seen any of the kitchens opening in the albergues?
No kitchens were open.
No. It's several.
Yeah, it's all closed.
someone that is in yesterday.
Yeah, Donativo at
Yeah,
that.
yesterday
Yeah.
is open.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
you
yeah,
will
yeah,
see
yeah,
the
yeah.
microwave and only the microwave.
Yeah,
Oh,
only
okay.
the, yeah, that is true.
Any communal meals that you've experienced or know of?
One communal meal at that Donativo that we had
Yeah.
all together,
Yeah.
sitting down. Where was that? Granon?
Grañón.
Granon.
Grañón.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all did. Oh, you did end up getting to stay at Granion. I thought you didn't get to stay there. Oh, awesome.
And no, I did. And that's how I met Paco actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
When we were going there, Paco said he was staying at Granon. So I said, I couldn't find a spot. Then Paco said, hey, let me try it for you. And then he tried and he could speak the language very well. So we got in.
Oh,
And-
awesome. Oh, I'm so glad you made that. I missed that on your post. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
best. That's great. Did you take any pictures inside at the communal meal or anything?
Oh, meal, we didn't take any pictures.
Oh,
I didn't.
good.
Someone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Poquito.
yeah, when we were eating,
Yeah.
we didn't take any pictures. Yeah, I take pictures of all the churches, but not the,
Another meal.
yeah, middle of somebody eating. Yeah, no.
Okay. Here's a
There was actually-
question. Here's a question from Joel from Cleveland. We
Yes.
was told that one needs proof of a negative COVID test within 72 hours. How did it work, being that you have to take the test before heading to Spain, then one day flying to Barcelona, blah, blah, blah. That's not
Nope.
required, my understanding.
Nope, no test is required to come to Spain other than the vaccination card and filling out the form on the Spain's health site. Nothing is required. Yeah, it's open coming this way. It's partially closed coming back home. I need within 48 hours, actually, not 72, 48 hours, I need a negative test to come back home.
Right, yeah. Richard from Denver confirms that. Let's see. And you said you are pre-reserving in the albergue. That's from another couple. Yeah, so y'all are, and that's what I have read in every single page, Facebook page that I follow. Please book ahead. Yeah, okay. Yes, and somebody, Jean and Roseanne said that it was 116.
Marty, we can't hear you.
I said, Jean and Roseanne commented that a couple of days ago, it was 116. And we did get news here in the States on on CNN that it was 120 one place in Spain. So,
Wow.
okay. Felicity's asking, are there allergies? Oh, allergies. Are the albergues providing blankets and pillows?
Blankets at one place I got blanket.
Yeah, because for COVID is not shared the blankets.
Right. So
Okay.
what we are getting is that sheet, which is like paper sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
that's-
like those.
Yeah.
Those are
That's-
good. Let's see. And Paco, Ranjit, can you get say again the name of the booking thing that Paco's using? We didn't quite catch it.
It's Gronze. It's GRONZ.com.
Okay, y'all got that? Okay, I'll put it in here. I'll put it in the messages.
It's
Okay,
Gronze.
let's see. Hang on, y'all. Y'all want me to stop and let them and Mike pick up, and then I'll pick up in a little
Yeah,
bit.
we'll pick up. Yeah, that'd be good, Marty. We'll continue on. So,
And
Ranjit,
Mike,
go ahead.
Mike,
Ranjit.
Paco just told me that Camino.ninja app is pretty good too.
She
Okay.
spot the hostel is open and what is not open.
Oh, okay. That will tell you, that application tells you if any albergues or hostels are open or not open, because many are closed.
Great.
So Camino.ninja.com, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things that before all this COVID came up, there was an increasing concern about the amount of trash on the Camino.
Yes.
We realize that over the last year and a half, there's been a lot less pressure in terms of people being on the Camino. But,
Yes.
we're concerned about this and we want to help. So are you seeing any trash?
Not much. I mean, when I was going through Roncesvalles from Horizon, I saw some trash in the forested area, and I picked up some. And there were other Caminos, other pilgrims who were picking up just a little bit here and there, but there wasn't overabundance of it,
Okay.
or I didn't think it was, people were abusing it or anything like that. But in the cities, it's pretty clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no, I don't see that much.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. And maybe as we go there, we can do our part to help keep
Exactly.
Camino and keep Spain clean.
Clean.
And Paco, as we understand and as we know, we are guests in your country and we thank you for that. So we take that seriously.
Okay.
So the next question is, any Camino magic or interesting pilgrims like Paco?
Yeah, that is a magic. Yeah.
Great.
The other one was in Estella, like I told you all, after walking like 20 miles, I had to walk another 5 to 10, about at least 6 miles. I've walked around a lot and I couldn't find a room. I couldn't even find a room in the hotel. So this girl at the tourist office, she helped me, which was great. So, and everybody is sharing everything. I mean, they share food, water, everything. So it's been great so far. And everybody's trying to help each other out. I mean, nobody's holding anything back. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, Ranjit, are there other Americans on the Camino there?
Yeah, there was one guy, Keith, he was from Seattle and he lives in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico for 9 months. He's over here.
Yeah.
And then this other guy, Alaskan guy.
Do you remember the Korean and
they were asking
daughter?
him. Yeah, the Korean girl. Are they Americans?
Yeah, they're from Colorado.
Oh, okay. Colorado. Yeah, then they are not Koreans. They are from Colorado.
Yeah.
Colorado, a mother-daughter team is here. And
Okay,
then
great.
apparently there's a guy from Alaska. I haven't met him. Yeah.
And
Well,
the-
just so you know, Ranjit,
you see the two girls.
Oh, yeah. Then there was this girl, lady Julie, and her daughter Madeline from Denver, Colorado, and Julie was having trouble with her ankle, and all I had was BioFreeze, so I gave her that, and apparently it worked a little bit, and then she was taking the bus to the next town and the next town, and then she was going to walk the last I don't know how many miles, but as if she felt right, she was going to walk the last 100 miles, and we saw her in Burgos. Yeah, at the cathedral.
yeah. So just so you know, Ranjit, Paco, we have many people from Denver, the Denver area, on the call. So
Yeah.
I wonder, does anyone from Denver, do you have people out on the chapter members on the Camino now that you're aware of? Anybody?
Yeah, this is Gene. I'm one of the coordinators. We do, and we have people who are headed out. I can't give you any names, but
okay.
And I see quite a number of faces and names here on this call. This is very useful.
Great. And we welcome all of our Denver, Colorado friends. So welcome.
And that's a area.
Yeah.
So it's
So
very good.
the question that we always has to ask is, have you gotten lost yet?
Oh yeah. I have actually going to what was that? Sansol. Yeah, I got lost. I don't know what I was thinking. I was deep in thought somewhere, and I just kept walking straight, and then I couldn't find any arrows. So the next best thing that I did was I could find a road, and I knew the town I was going to, the Pueblo, was to the east. So I went to the road and started walking. So I walked at maybe extra 3-4 kilometers, and there it was. So I found the town, and everything was good.
Well,
So
listen, you're in very good company on this call here, because if you haven't been lost, you probably will be lost at some point. No problem.
We have done that. We were lost in Burgos. Remember? Yeah. We went around, looped it.
Yeah. How's the food?
Food is great, but I frankly, Mike, I don't eat much. So, just tortilla and
in the morning.
Yeah, tortilla and
Café
cafe.
con leche.
Yeah, that's all I do. Yeah, I don't drink. I mean, I don't eat much, and I eat a lot of fruits. So whenever I find a supermarket, I buy a lot of fruits, and wherever there's salad, I'm game for it. So I have salads, fruits, and coffee and omelet. That's it. Yeah.
Well, do they still have the Pilgrim's meal where you get a little bit of a break on the price?
Yes, they do. And we had a pilgrim's meal.
Yeah. I think it's in all cities, all towns, there are the pilgrim's meal.
Yeah, about $10, and they will give, and they'll give you a soup, a salad, and an entree.
Yeah,
and a drink.
Dessert.
And a dessert too. Yeah.
Now you kind of alluded to this, and again, the young people that we heard from in June and July, they commented on this. One of the great joys of the Camino is after that hour or hour and a half of walking, where you can take that break, get your cafe con leche, get your roll, and they were saying that for the most part, places were closed. They did not have the opportunity to stop after that hour or hour and a half. So what are you all seeing?
Yeah, I mean, that is true. In the morning, it's all closed.
Yeah.
But what we do is we start at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and we are booking. I mean, for 3 hours we walk. I mean, we are walking till 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock till we find a cafe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that is our stopping point. And then we stop there for half an hour, and then we continue on, because we are all, I mean, it's 3 of us, Paco, myself, and Luciano from Italy, and we all walk at the same pace, which is about 10 minutes per kilometer, 10.1, about 5 or 6 kilometers per hour. So we are all at the same pace. So we stop from cafe to cafe, good ones. So every 2-3 hours we stop.
All right. Now, the question, you mentioned a couple times that the albergue percentage open is only allowed, if you will, 60%. So the question is the reason why you can't get the rooms because of that, or because it's crowded, or what is your take? How crowded is it?
I don't know.
It's not much crowded. It's not much crowded. I would say it's because they are restricting it.
Yeah,
because
normally there is the under bed and nobody in the
at the
upper.
top. Yeah. So bunk beds are, usually both are taken.
Right.
But this time around, only one is taken.
Okay.
So it's like right now we have a room, and it can handle 4 people, and 3 of us. Our room now?
No.
Oh,
3.
yeah, 4.
4.
We are 3
because we
are
are
together.
The
Yeah.
Okay, is it the unique?
Exactly. What Paco is saying is because we book together, they are allowing 3 of us to that room.
I see. Okay.
Otherwise, it would be 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or 1.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the questions, one of the comments when you and I were talking initially was that you said that you were very interested in the spiritual aspects of the Camino. And
Yep.
of course, this is something that, and I can only speak for the Charlotte chapter, that we have to be extremely sensitive about. We don't hide the fact that it's Catholic in origin, but everybody has a different opinion when it comes to spirituality and, how one lives their own spiritual life. But
Right.
you did say that the draw, one thing you were interested in was the spiritual aspects of the Camino. So
Sure.
can you comment on that and tell us, what have you found? What have you experienced so far?
Yeah. I mean, it's I'm raised actually Orthodox Syrian Christian. I'm baptized Orthodox Syrian Christian. I'm actually interested in all religions because I don't think any religion tells you to do anything wrong. So in this Camino, actually, I'm searching for answer and the right question to ask. So in that sense, going through all the churches and looking at those old churches, it kind of
Spiritually.
exactly. It's kind of motivating, to do more research, to learn more about everything, and just the fact that all these people do this pilgrimage, there's something to it.
It's the motivation.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to find what that something is. And since I'm retired, I have time.
Right.
Yeah, and work.
And one would only think that this is a process, not an end state. So you're 2 weeks into it. You have
Right.
a while to go, and
Exactly.
who knows what else might be revealed to you in terms of the spiritual dimension of the Camino. So
Exactly.
and I think we've done, again, I can only speak for Charlotte on this, that we've done well of, you hear this term being politically correct, that we can acknowledge that, yes, it's Catholic in origin, but what's so authentic about the Camino experience is it's open to everybody of any religion. And because of that, you go like, oh, wow, this is not being exclusive. So, well, that's good. Thank you for sharing that. And we're certainly here. We'll be curious to hear what else you come up with.
Mike, you want me to, you
Go
want to do
ahead,
a few more
Marti.
questions?
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely. Yeah.
On
Wait a
here.
minute, we can't hear you, Marti. It's like you
Oh.
went out.
I did. Okay. I said, there's a lot of comments and things on here. Let me see if I can back up to where we left off a few minutes ago. Let's see. Okay. Now, I think one of the questions from John Kennedy was, how did you meet Paco? You want to go back through that again?
Oh, yeah. And, I originally wanted to stay in Grandyon, and I couldn't find a place because they couldn't understand me and I couldn't understand them. And what I understood from them was no reservation. And then we were on the road and Paco, because we are at the same pace, we walk at the same pace. Paco was saying that he had a reservation there. And I said, hey, I couldn't get a reservation. And Paco said, well, let me help you with it. And Paco helped me get the reservation, and that's how we met. And since our pace was so similar, we just stayed together. And there's one more fella in our group, Italian. Yeah. Luciano. It's not Pavarotti, but it's Luciano.
I was going to say, can he sing? Can he sing?
Oh yeah, he tries. All days. Yeah. And he has 3 months off, and whenever we talk, he goes, all I do is work, 12 hours a day, 5 hours on Saturday. That's all he sings all the time.
So Felicity did, I think we did answer this in one of the questions, but I'm going to go again. Y'all are saying that you don't feel like there's a lot of pilgrims on the Camino.
No, there are not a lot of people on the pilgrimage.
No, in comparison previous years, no, it's very, very few.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw it's Richard from Denver's asking, did the Pilgrim office give you any indication, or do you know of any indication of what the percentage of pilgrims walking now are versus the normal traffic on the Camino?
Oh man, I mean that is a great question, and that person did say something, but I was so, I mean, happy to get the credentials that I didn't ask him too many questions.
That's right.
I just posed for a photo with him and in stamping. I took a picture, and that's all I know, all I have now. But he really did say something about it, that the percentage of people on the Camino, it was way down. But how many?
I don't know, but in the internet,
Yeah.
in the pilgrim office,
Yeah.
they say all days who arrive to Santiago.
Yeah.
Where you
It started.
from.
Yeah. But did they say how many are coming in as compared to last year?
I don't know, because the statistics is not this year.
Oh,
It's
okay.
2022,
Yeah.
2020,
Yeah.
and 29, 28, 26, and
It's-
they don't have to the 2020.
Oh, okay.
21.
Okay. Yeah. They are not paid on statistics. Yeah.
One
only
of Susan K of Denver said that a total of 53,906 pilgrims, 15% of the 2019 total reached Santiago in 2020. Now I'm
Oh, wow.
seeing posts on Facebook that 3,000 a day are getting credentials or are coming into, Santiago. I don't know, maybe somebody else can confirm that, but I've been seeing a lot of posts about that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Marty, I just looked at that, what Paco said regarding the pilgrim statistics, and they do not have it posted yet for July, but for June of this year, there were close to 15,000 pilgrims that made it. And the number I'm seeing, there's somebody that posts, again, like what Paco's saying, somebody's posting on Facebook the daily numbers, and I've seen anywhere from 1,000 up to about 1,500 a day. And hopefully they'll post July here before too long. So that may give you some indication of how it's going. I would think that the numbers will have jumped from 15,000 to
people
just based on those numbers, probably up over 20, maybe pushing 25,000.
Gene just posted that 91 arrived yesterday. A lot.
What was that?
Gene from Denver posted 1,291 arrived
go.
yesterday.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. So let's
Very
see what
good.
else. Hang on, I'm trying to get a few more here before we. I think I'm down at the bottom.
What happened?
I'm trying to see if some more questions. That's all the questions I can get.
Okay.
Looks like. So I
Um,
guess that's all the. Anybody else have anything that I'm not seeing here that y'all wanted answered? If you did, unmute and ask it, because I'm not seeing anything else right this moment. We're good? Okay.
I was going to ask sort of if we can, I think we're in great shape time-wise. We're right at about 45 minutes. And Ranjit and Paco, what do you want to share from us, from your unique perspective that you're there, we're talking to you? What is it that you've learned that we need to know that will help us, or within our chapter, help us mentor people better so that they have a better experience?
I think we have seen people drop out. When I started from St. John and Paco on the way, even Burgos, they were dropping out because they seem ill prepared for this kind of a hike. It's strenuous at times, very. So what I will say is just at least practice a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the backpacks, with the backpacks, even the belts, getting used to belts is a big deal. Yeah, yeah. So other than that, ask people who have been through the Caminos. It is an experience, and I mean, you have to immerse yourself into it to have a positive experience.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But churches are fabulous. I mean, I don't go to church often, but you go to these churches, and they are like work of art.
Very, very historic.
Very, very historic. Yeah.
We do have a couple of, to your point, Ranjit, a couple of comments about, and maybe you can comment on this in terms of your training, like how often did you walk per day? How many kilometers, miles did you walk as you prepared for the Camino?
Yeah, just walking on the greenways. It's every day I walk some. On an average week, I think I'm walked about 100 miles. And just the last week before coming to Camino, I didn't walk that much at all because I use the marathon training methods to do the Camino. But I don't think that helped me as much as what Dirk organized in Asheville, going on the mountains. I mean, that helped me a lot. I was thinking about Dirk going through Pyrenees, going up like that. And every day we climb hills.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every day.
But
Yeah.
every day.
Every day. Yeah. It's never ending. Even downhill is uphill. Yeah. So it is not easy. It is not easy. But it can be done. Millions have done it, and millions more will do it. So, but practicing means that you will have a successful Camino and get hurt and go back home or do something else. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Couple more questions. Are there still companies that are transporting
Yes.
backpacks?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
The
you can-
backpacks, some people just
There is a postal service in Spain, Correos.
Yeah.
They do it. And in the most hostels, there is a taxi,
right?
But the backpacks.
Yeah.
You can rent.
Yeah.
For all the Camino or by day by day.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
$5.
Yeah.
Something like that.
5, 4.
Yeah.
All right. Is it still feasible to do the Camino with a 30 euro per day budget? Can you do
Yes.
the Camino on 30 euros a day?
Yes. You can do a Camino 30 euros. Yeah. You can do that because the albergues are anywhere from 9 to 12, 13.
Yeah.
And then you can get breakfast for $3-4 and dinner, unless you are eating out in a restaurant.
10,
Yeah.
12.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're going to a grocery store and making
Yeah,
your
it's
own
easy.
sandwich,
Yeah.
it's not
Very
that
good.
much.
No.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
cheaper.
Yeah. 30
Yes,
euros, they can
I
do it.
think.
Yeah. Yeah.
RT, you want to pick up there or let's see. We got-
I think they're wanting to know, how much did your backpack weigh?
Oh, mine doesn't. I'm very stickler for detail there. It said the conventional wisdom was 10%. So I practiced. I weigh about 138 pounds. So I wasn't going to carry more than 14 pounds, but I practiced with about 17, 18 pounds. So because I knew, water or some food got in the mix, then I would be over that 10%. But I think my backpack is about 16 pounds. That's all. Yeah. It doesn't weigh that much, but
Good.
just about 10, 11%, I would say.
That's it.
Which Carlos bag is 40
from-
pounds.
Oh my God. I tell you, a lot of people really put a lot of weight on theirs. Derek is asking, are you aware of the Vuelta arriving September 9 in Santiago?
September 5.
September 5. I don't know where I got that. September 5, sorry.
Yep, that bike fest.
I don't know what Vuelta is. Derek is asking if
Yeah.
about it.
I think it's a bike. He's saying it's a bike. What is it, Derek?
It's a bike race, I think.
It's the bike race through Spain. It started in Burgos and it will end in Santiago.
Exactly.
Oh,
I think you can see that the cathedral was closed out in my pictures, and that because of the when we were there.
Yeah. The security.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the same thing I shared with Luciano, because he's flying out on the 5th, that there was a bike race, and I told you about it too.
Yeah.
But we have our hotels booked, so I don't have a problem.
Bye.
That's Luciano.
That's got to be an Italian. That's an Italian. I'm telling you.
There you go.
Couple more questions. Did you pack extra shoes?
No, all I have is the hiking shoes and pair of Tivas that for bathroom and just walking around the city. That's about it.
Okay.
And what about ATMs? Are y'all finding a lot of ATMs available in the smaller towns?
Not smaller towns. The big towns have it, but not the smaller towns.
Okay.
There is Marty, there's one question. Are masks required while sleeping?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Masks are not required sleeping. Nope.
And there's one comment by Joel that apparently this Vuelta is like the Tour de France of Spain. So if you want to make, many of us know about that, about the Tour de France. So, okay. Let's see.
I think that's all the questions.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, everybody, we certainly appreciate your time.
About to 1-2.
I think-
Yeah.
Was there something, Ranjit, was there something else that you wanted to add? Because I think we're about ready to wrap it up here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Someone wants Paco to say something in Spanish, a goodbye in Spanish.
Oh.
Something in Spanish. Goodbye in Spanish.
Me alegro mucho de haberos conocido y que paséis un buen verano, y si venís a España, que lo paséis bien.
Gracias, Paco.
Gracias. Thank you, Paco. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So nice to meet you, Paco.
Nice to meet you. Thank you, Ranjit. Buen Camino.
Buen Camino.
Camino. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks.
Buen Camino.
Buen Camino.
Bye. Have a good trip. Have a good trip, Derek.
Thank you.
Buen Camino.
Thanks for the article.
Welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.